So I wanted to start off today. I have John Morgan from FBC Home Loans with us today. We announced this, a couple of weeks ago. We started a new partnership with FBC Home Loans, and you guys are going to be on the radio show with us every single week, dropping real estate and mortgage knowledge, answering real estate and mortgage questions with us, and talking about what it is that you guys do that kind of differentiates you. We were really excited. I met with FBC's owners probably a few months ago in Orlando and got to take a tour of you guys' operations in Orlando, the operations center, which is pretty awesome. I mean, to see all the awards, it almost kind of made me feel like a little peon, to see all the awards and the trophies and, all the things that they do with charities. I mean, it's really a remarkable company. We're really excited about it. And John, I wanted to give you a minute to just introduce yourself and maybe a little bit about FBC. And of course, you'll be here with us this week and moving forward to answer mortgage questions that people have. But maybe just want to give you a quick second to, more than a second, but a quick couple minutes to talk about FBC and introduce our audience to you guys.
All right, great. Thank you. Good morning, Andrew. Appreciate you inviting us this morning. Just to give you a little background on FBC Mortgage, we are a Florida-based mortgage banker. We are a privately owned firm. That actually last year we were acquired by what would you call it,
a large
financial services firm out of Alabama. So we're very, very well capitalized as a company. Our business was pretty much built on a high level of customer service, and we try to hit the closing dates as scheduled.
I think one of the things that I've experienced so far, the responsiveness has been awesome. You guys obviously have a variety of loan programs. You can cover just about anything. But the fact that you're a mortgage banker, kind of maybe explain the difference to people out there between the difference between a bank, a mortgage banker, a broker. I think that's something that maybe the average listener to our show doesn't quite comprehend the differences between.
Okay, absolutely. A great question there and suggestion. Yeah, pretty much a bank, what I like to call a one-trick pony. They're pretty much, if they can't get your mortgage done for you, they're out of options. It's like, sorry, we can't help you, move on out the back door, and they've got another client coming in the front door. So they're not real concerned about that, in my opinion.
And a lot of times they're declining a loan, not necessarily, and they may use the, it's an FHA issue or it's a VA issue, but it could be their own, overlay,
absolutely.
And not necessarily that someone can't qualify, just that you couldn't make it happen at that particular bank.
Absolutely. We see that often where someone has a mortgage declined at another lender, and we're able to turn that loan around. And I think the most frustrating thing for me sometimes, and I've been in this business for 30 years, is that when someone comes to you and they've been denied at another lender, and you're looking at their loan and you're saying, well, sure, within the first 20 minutes I can tell you why, and I can tell you either there's a resolution to that and we can work with the client on that, or they're right, you're not going to qualify at this time, but we can at least make suggestions. What maybe they can't buy today, but maybe they can buy in the future,
right,
at some point. So I think that's the thing that just frustrates me, why a bank in some cases takes 4, 6, 8 weeks to tell someone that when it's something that you should know right up front.
Right.
If you have any...
We've unfortunately had that happen before, and it's not a fun experience.
Yeah, I mean, we see it pretty much every day out there. So I think that's the major difference between a bank. They have an appetite for, like I said, a certain product range, and they just don't have the options that a mortgage banker does. As far as a broker goes, brokers have served the industry well over the years. They typically do a great job. The problem that they're having these days is that they've got to take your loan and they're sending it to another lender to actually underwrite. And again, the same with the appraisal. They're going to order it from an out-of-state lender typically, where that mortgage is going. I mean, we had a case the other day where we're looking at this appraisal, and the property's in Tampa, and this company that the broker was sending the mortgage to was in Salt Lake City, and the appraisal management company out of Salt Lake City, they ordered the appraisal through a lender, or through an appraiser in Cape Coral. So
yeah, that's not very far. It's just a 4 or 5 hour drive.
Well,
it's not around the corner.
A couple streets from here.
It's just a short helicopter ride away.
Exactly, and it's one of those things that I think somebody probably looked at a map and said, "Well, it's west coast of Florida. What's the difference?" So I think that's the thing with us, that you get that. We underwrite, process, close all of our own mortgages. We fund our own mortgages. We process right here in Tampa. Again, underwriting turn times are about 24 hours.
And I think
plus right
that
now.
the great part about that, the thing that I really like, is the expedience and the control as well as the communication. You're not getting information from a third party. You're not waiting on. I mean, you can pick up the phone and get answers. You know?
Absolutely.
And that's something I think, again, that's great for our clients and our listeners. And we're excited. It's FBCHomeLoans.com. You guys are going to hear them on the radio show with us for the next, forever, basically.